Hello and welcome to the development update from the Tau team. And it's September. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Karim for his overview for the month.
Thank you, Fola, and welcome everyone to the September update for the Tau development team. As we heard in the Q&A session a bit earlier, Andrei has been continuing his work on working on the Tau demo and investigating ways to integrate LLMs, large language models, like ChatGPT into the Tau project. He's identified several possible approaches, and he's collaborating closely with David on fleshing those out. In turn, David has continued his work on the core Tau language. He's made several improvements and fixes to the parse tree traversal API, and he's added several tests to continue testing the API. He has also made some performance improvements during formula generation, and he fixed some issues with the grammar itself and continues to improve the Tau grammar, and as well as fix some bugs regarding callbacks and constants and bindings. I'll let him give you some more detail if you're interested. Tomáš has continued his work on the Tau parser documentation. He's almost finished. Again, some more improvements to the CSV parser tutorial, and perhaps he'll be adding one more tutorial. And testing and fixing bugs that arise inevitably when you do that. In particular, he did find a performance issue that he raised with Umar, and they collaborated on, they've identified the issue, but Umar is working on a possible solution. So Umar has been working on optimizing the storage of the early parser, but specifically removing temporary and recursive symbols. And it's an ongoing small research project in the sense that we're trying to find the right balance between performance and storage requirements. And so in particular, he's been looking into this performance issues that Tomáš has raised, and it's a new issue. It didn't exist in older versions, but at the same time, so he's going to look for a solution for that. Yeah, I'll let him give you more detail as well. That's it for the overview. Back to you, Fola.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Karim. And let's pass it over to Tomáš for his update for the month. Cheers, Tomáš.
Thank you, Fola. Hello, everyone. I've worked on the parser library. I've continued on writing the documentation. I did a lot of restructuring of the text, and I've separated documentation of API to different files, so it's much more readable now. Regarding the CSV parser tutorial, I've added 2 more steps, one showing EBNF syntax in Tau grammar form, and another one about using the parser generator tool. I've been also working on improving the testing of the parser, namely adding a way to easily enable or disable tests from running, so when we work on a feature, we don't have to run all the tests every time. I've been testing the parser. I've fixed several small bugs, and I've also spent some time on profiling the parser and its speed of execution. And besides testing the parser and preparing it for a release, I'm also looking into adding the rewrite system David created for Tau language into this library. And on this, I should be working next month. So that's all from me this month.
Brilliant update, Tomáš. Thank you so much. And I'll pass it over to David for his update this month.
Thank you, Fola. Hi, everyone. As Karim said, this month I've been working in several improvements and fixes in the traversal API. Most of the fixes were related to the operators I was using when I want to traverse several nodes at once. I've been also cleaning up the source code using the traversal API where it was possible to simplify the code. and I have been adding some unit tests to the new changes that I have done in the operators. Apart from that, I have made several improvements in the performance during the creation of the formulas, mainly just trying to reduce the number of nodes that we keep in use during the normalization part. And also I have been testing the DAO grammar using the traversal API as it gives me a clear way to traverse the parsed trees that we get from the early parser and check that everything is working according to our expectations. As I was grading those tests, I found several issues, as Karim said, related to constant bindings and callbacks, and I have fixed it. And that's all for my month. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, David. And I'll pass it over to Andrei for his update for the month. Cheers, mate.
Hello, everyone. I want to share you the work I've done in the last months. I've been learning a lot about large language models like ChatGPT and DAO technology Tau and its most reachable capabilities. We're trying to find the good ways to use these technologies together. We especially want to show the best features of Tau in our demo. We've explored numerous possibilities and paths, discovering several most important that hold immense potential to showcase what Tau is truly capable of. However, we found that Tau still needs more work to show all its special features. So I'm continuing to look the best way to introduce Tau to our first users, and this might be through large language models or maybe directly using Tau own language. So thank you so much for your support. Keep watching for more updates. Cheers.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Andrei. And I'll pass it over to Jamal for his update for the month.
Hi, team. So this month, there were several ongoing issues that were addressed. One of them was how to optimize storage of main early set and able to retrieve it retrieves the items in a quicker way. So different attempts were made, and one of the approach was to convert it into a vector of maps of sets. So that has been developed and created in a separate branch. It will be shared for testing with other devs. Also, there was improvements on how to add binarization symbol, the temp symbol, and how to remove it when it's not needed, so that the users of the parse tree can take the parse tree that is very closer to the actual grammar rather than containing the binarization temporary symbols. Also, there were some other debugging and fixes like related to fixing the count trees and removing the overflow issue. And there was also some discussions with the peer devs on how to improve things, especially around performance issue. So this is the update for this month. Yeah, thank you.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Umar. And Ohad, as always, last but not least, please let us know what you was up to this month. Cheers.
Yeah, so I continued working with Professor Paris about two-variable fragment. Still not much final success, but we discovered a whole new ground to explore, let's say this way. And I'm also working with Professor Fanconi on how to get a more real-life support of the combination of Tau language with the knowledge representation, and also to design a conversational agent based on the Tau language, Yeah, and that's all.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Ohad. He says that's all, but it's obviously very, very huge things. Thank you all for tuning in, and continue to stay with us on Telegram and on Reddit. As I said before, in our business team update, we are pushing to revitalize our Reddit channels, and that's going to give us the best SEO. That's also going to attract more people to Townet, which is what we want to do because of the recommendation engine within Reddit and so on. So yeah, please post on Reddit, give us some questions there as well, and let's get that community alive there too. And we'll see you on the next month's update. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.